what is the secret of mentally strong people? And how can I grow in inner strength? Inner strength is the mental toughness to persevere towards your long-term goals in the face of adversities and reversals. It is necessary because immediate success is very rare, and success without failure even more so. So, to become grittier, remember these 4 points. The first is persistence. Many people give up too soon. Take inspiration from Yuvraj Singh, whose checkered career made his fans stand in awe and follow him through his ups and downs. His career reached a peak in the year 2007 when he helped India win the T20 World Cup. Along the way, he smashed 6 sixes in 1 over of Stuart Broad and also hit the fastest 50 in all formats of the game in mere 12 balls. Soon after, he was dismissed from the national team as disciplinary action. He repeatedly lost his form but persisted to regain it again. And in the year 2011, his career reached a pinnacle when, as the vice captain of India's national team, he helped the nation to the World Cup. And along the way, he won 4 Man of the Matches awards, which was an all-time record, and also won the Man of the Tournament award. But soon after, it was found that he was suffering from cancer. He underwent treatment and chemotherapy and then made his recovery. One of the few cases in the history of sports of a person coming back from cancer to succeed. Later on, it was discovered that during his match-winning performances in 2011, he had been suffering from symptoms of immense pain and vomiting of blood. So the first point then is persistence, and the second point can again be learned from the same example, and that is increase your tolerance of pain. The third point to become grittier is to develop the bounce back mentality. Saint Kabir says, "Sona sajjan sadhu jan, टूटे जुड़े 100 बार, दुर्जन कुंभ कुम्हार के एके करा दरार." Take a look at gold, good people and the saints. No matter how many times you break them, they will join back again. In contrast, the mud pots and evil personalities, once shattered, they are broken forever. So this ability to bounce back must be prioritized. One father had a 14-year-old son, and he saw that his son had a cowardly, pusillanimous nature and wanted to make a man out of him. They lived in Haryana, the state that is famous for Kushti and its akhadas. The father took his son to a wrestling guru and told the ustad, "My son is cowardly, make a man out of him." The ustad said, "Leave him here and come and check after 3 months. 3 months later, the father returned and said, "How is my son doing?" The ustad said, "Take a look." He called him over and called an 18-year-old strong lad and asked them to engage in a kushti match. Now, this 14-year-old was no match for this big boy who would repeatedly lift him and slam him onto the floor. But each time the boy fell, he would stand up again. Seeing his son's repeated falls, the father was horrified. At the end of the match, the ustad asked the father, "What do you think?" He said, "I am ashamed of my child's performance. I was counting, he fell a full 31 times. The ustad said, "That is not the point. Did you not notice that each time he was floored, he just got up? The inner strength is what he has developed. That is more important than the external muscles in the making of a man." I remember the poem "If," which was my favorite as a little child. It states, "If you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet with triumph and disaster and treat those two impostors just the same, if you can hold on when there's nothing left in you except the will which says to you, hold on, if you can fill each minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that's in it, and what's more, you will be a man, my son." So the third point for grittier personality is the bounce back power, and the fourth and final point is to develop a sense of purpose. There is nothing that motivates us more in life than a higher purpose. It's such simple logic. There were once two warring tribes, one that lived on the flat land and the other that lived in the mountains above. Their rivalry knew no end. Once, the mountain tribe swooped down at night and destroyed a lot of property of the land dwellers and took one of their little babies and went off up again. The tribe on the flat land was infuriated at this insult to their pride and thought of schemes of how to get their baby back. But they realized their difficulty because they were unfamiliar with the mountain terrain and it was not their natural habitat. They were pondering over this when they saw the baby's mother walking down with her child from above. Amazed, they asked her, "How did you do it?" She said, "It is my baby, not yours." Her sense of purpose was infinitely stronger than the rest in the tribe. Likewise, if you can find a purpose higher than yourself in life and align yourself with it, you will then fill yourself with the inner courage and strength to pursue, no matter what the difficulties, to achieve the goal that you truly believe in.